Welcome back, boys and girls, to this week's edition of Chicken Bone Alley. Was that cool? It was new.
Really.
No, really. Got easy. Nah, we'll keep going.
Take two. How y'all doing? I'm Sterling.
It's been a long year, okay?
Well, kind of.
I'm David, and we are presented by SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum.
You're not going to do it in the Batman voice, bro?
Draco Springs, along with RK Motorsports Consulting.
Wonderful. I love it.
RK Motorsports Consulting with Randy King there.
What's up, Randy?
Oh, it's been a long week already.
Yeah, it's been one for sure.
Been one. It's been nasty outside all day, so
yeah, we got something. We got. Well, I don't know if it's part of the hurricane or if it's a front or
it's rain. That's what it is. It's rain.
It's been humid and hot and rainy all day.
It is November the 11th, Veterans Day. First of all, before I do anything else, happy Veterans Day to you guys out there. I know this will be a day late from Veterans Day. Y'all hearing it, but thank y'all so much for your service.
Absolutely. To
this country and to our freedom. Thank y'all
very much. Thank you all, so we can continue to do what we do.
Enjoy the freedoms that we have.
Enjoy the freedoms that we have. Everything, all of it. Thanks to y'all.
Would nothing be possible in the United States without you guys. Thank you to all you veterans out there. But yeah, it is freaking November 11th. And it was, about 83 today with 120% humidity? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I couldn't tell if it was rain or if it was dew. I couldn't tell. But when it started
if I was sweating.
Yeah. It was like, good Lord. But yeah. So, it's been a rough one today. But it is what it is. This normal South Carolina fall. This is our fall time.
This is our summer 2.0.
I mean, literally last Friday night, it was 40-something degrees. I had a fire out there in the yard. Now it's 83.
It was ridiculous.
Makes no sense.
Tired up.
But, hey, won't be long. It'll be 10 degrees.
Well, that's what happened, is it go from being like this to all of a sudden the next day, at some point in time, it'll be high of 43.
Hence why I have sinus infection going on right now. Startings of.
It's corona. You can't be.
Oh, that's what they said at work.
You can't be any other kind of sick.
I was standing there, and I said, "Man, my head's killing me. Their sinuses messed up." One of the boys at work said, "Yeah, I think that's one of the symptoms of coronavirus." I was like, "Oh my god!" No, it's the symptom of the brand new virus going on called sinus infection.
It's a symptom of the weather won't quit changing.
Yeah. So, but anyway, how was your weekend?
Well, it was a productive weekend. I guess it was festive. We did
a wedding.
We did a wedding. But I will say, and not that I'm partial by no means, because the girl that we did her wedding, she has been a friend of mine for literally as long as I can remember. She's younger than us, but I was really good friends with her brother. And growing up, my mom was best friends with her mom growing up. But not that I'm partial, but it probably was the most fun wedding we've done all year.
There's a lot of reasons behind that, but one of the main reasons is when we can go to a wedding and play the type music that we prefer to play and not the, how can I put this politely, club music, if that makes any sense.
There you go.
That's nice. So that makes it well worth our while going.
Yeah, trying to make a mobile club every weekend for these people sometimes gets a little old.
Yeah.
So
definitely. But it was nice. It was an awesome place. It's actually in Sumter.
Gable.
Gable
technically. Yeah. Sumter County.
You know, a stone's throw from Sumter. So we wasn't too far from the house. I don't know the whole history of the place, but the bride and groom were staying, I think, in the man and wife's house that owned this place, and it was like it was an old wooden mill.
It was an old log home sawmill.
Right.
That's, that's what they told us it was.
They made log home.
Logs.
That was a lot of logs there. A lot of logs going
La
on.
la 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 la.
Not that I have a log, but anyway.
What? Huh?
Can't see the line, can you, Russ? It's getting close to Christmas, so you had to throw them things in there. But anyway, so they had this open, it was like a pole barn, essentially.
Yeah.
With no sides. And that was where they stacked all the wood, and they put it up in the rafters and all, and they cleaned this whole place out just to be able to have the wedding there. And, man, it was cool. It was nice.
It was super nice. Super nice. I mean, very rustic and bohemian, I guess.
Whatever
I don't know what that word means.
I'm not sure.
But that's what she told me. She said it was bohemian rustic. I said, this don't look like nothing like the Bahamas.
I've heard of Bohemian Rhapsody, and I don't know if I saw anything that resembled that. But
I've been to the Bahamas before, and this don't look nothing like it. I ain't seen the first pine tree down there, and I see a few here.
Pile of them.
Pile of them.
We also saw the world's largest hornet's nest.
Jesus.
Or wasp nest, whatever that was.
I don't know what it was, but...
Dude, that thing was insane.
I don't even know how to describe it. I mean...
It was probably about 2.5 foot long and probably 12, 14 inches in diameter.
Yeah.
Humongous wasp net. And it was up in one of the other barns, up in the rafters up in the other barn.
And it was very active.
Good Lord. I mean, there was constantly them things flying in and out of there. And, I mean, they had to put a warning tape around it because there's a bunch of kids there.
Yeah.
And they were going to throw rocks at the thing. And that would have been a catastrophe.
That'd been one way we'd have left the wedding early.
Promise you.
Oh no, it was a lot of fun. And by the end of the night, we're over there talking racing.
Oh, we always do. Of course, we can find somebody to talk with us. We'll talk to them. And the crazy thing is they had the Blue Ridge Outlaws, I believe it was, at Sumter, right down the road.
Yeah.
They were running that night. And they had a pile of them show up. I think 20-something of them or something. But they were, one of the boys was back and forth and wanting to go over there and all that. And it was late for us. We wanted to go, but and come to find out, we was on the way home. They were just starting.
Yeah.
The outlaw, or in the late model class. So, but anyway, and I heard there was like 1 million cautions in the race. So
that's typical.
We probably could have made it, but anyway, so yeah, that was
showed up in our R&R sound attire.
Hey, we'd done it, Bo. 3-piece suits and all.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
we definitely had to have them dry cleaned.
Yeah. So that was that, and Sunday I had to clean up some fall leaves and pine straw and everything else in the yard. So I spent all day doing that.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what happened at this wedding, actually. Being that it was family friends that were getting married, and we told them 2 years ago that we would do this wedding. They've been engaged for a while. Anyway, my wife came with our kids. Well, I've told y'all before, our youngest he's autistic, and he got mad at something, I don't know what, but he had her phone in his hand, and he just chunked it at the ground and busted the screen up pretty good. But she had a pretty old phone anyway. She had I think it was an iPhone 7 Plus is what she had.
Good, bud.
Well, I mean, they're on the 12 now?
Something like that, yeah, I think.
Yeah. So, at that point, we got up Sunday morning. She was showing it to me, and we said, well, you had that phone a while. Let's go up to the store, see about getting you a phone. So, we ride to AT&T, and
spent the whole day there, pretty much.
Well, I said, I might get me a phone, too. I've had mine for a while, and it's pretty old. I'll get me a new one, too. Well, I think we got in there at about 12 o'clock. I think finally at about 2:30, we were finally leaving there.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Got to set aside a day to go get a phone. That's pretty much the case.
I was hungry when I left.
They need to have a food bar.
That's exactly what they need. I mean, they need a snack bar in there of some sort, because they're going to keep you in there that long. Come on. Dang.
Yeah. Offer you something, some cookies or something.
I'm telling you. I mean, dang, it's something else. So, anyway, so done that, and I really didn't do a whole lot else. But we had to go pick the kids up. And by the time we picked the kids up and went back home, and I turned the race on. That was about it.
Yep.
That's
all it takes.
And then it's been back to the grind ever since. Back to the grind.
Well, I tell you what. Speaking of the race,
what about it?
We might as well talk about that first, right fast.
We can.
How about Chase Elliott, Bo? I love it. Thankfully, I'm glad you called it. That's great.
Hand race. I called it, but we gonna have Derek on here next week and talk about our picks. He's finally coming back on the show next week.
He been busy.
He been busy. We've been busy. Everybody been busy. So, but yeah, Chase Elliott started shotgun on the field from the back and took it to the front.
Well, I think him and I think Denny, I think they built new cars for both of them from what I heard. And,
yeah.
Chase showed up with a brand new car, and they said it was something stupid, but it failed pre-race inspection twice, I believe. And it was for what I hadn't heard what it was for yet. But anyway, regardless, put him at the back, started dead last field. And I was watching him. I had him on the scanner listening to him and whatever, but he drove butt off on that as soon as it started the race. I mean, he went from, I think, 24 laps. He was 8th, I think he was. I mean, freaking flying. He about burned up the tires getting through there, but he knew he had to try to get up there quick as he could for that.
Oh, yeah.
For the, caution at the start, but I think it was lap 30. They had the competition caution. So I think he wanted to do what he could do to get up there at the end, and we're about changing tires then and all. But anyway, they didn't do much to the car. I mean, Alex Gustafson, they talked a little bit, but they did not change much. They changed a little bit of air pressure. I think they went down track bar early in the race, and he wanted to go back up on it. Chase was like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm kind of scared to do it. And then the last run before the pit stop, Alex didn't ask him what he wanted to do to it. But he was coming down pit road, and I heard him say, whatever with track bar and whatever, put a piece of tape on it. That was it. And Chase didn't say a word about it. And Abidal, if he didn't, it was green flag pit stops. I think he made up like a second and a half.
Dude is insane.
Caught Joey and drove around him. And gone. I
will say, I know a lot of y'all probably listen to it too, but we listen to other podcasts, and I was listening to Dale Jr. Download this week. And, they can be all politically correct as they want to be, but as well as I know, Dale Jr. is in the ownership group of Hendrick Motorsports and all that good stuff. So they kind of know what's going on there. Well, even they were saying they had a bunch of tricks they were putting in this car, some of which may have been pushing the limits a little bit. So what he got found with, was kind of what they wanted them to find them with.
Oh, really?
Not the other stuff, maybe.
Okay, hey. It's what it is.
You got to do what you got to do. You ain't cheating till you get caught, I guess.
That's right. Well, and honestly, there ain't but so much you can do, Bo.
Oh, they're in such a tight box. It's ridiculous.
It is unreal. So, it can't be much. Them engineers work countless hours trying to figure out little things here and there to pick up a half a tenth. It's just unreal.
It's so funny to talk about, the stuff they do to it, but it's so funny because, we used to, even in a go-kart, you changed your, I don't know, there was heights on the back and everything. How we changed the axle heights and everything else. We changed, quarter of an inch at a time with that. they're not working with stuff like that when they're talking
No, they're
about
working in
pushing
thousandths
rules. They're
of an
working
inch.
thousandths of an inch. I mean,
Yep.
it's like, dude, I mean,
That's
but
crazy.
though all those thousands here, thousands there, thousands there, thousands there, that does what he did on Sunday.
Oh, it definitely works, and it paid off for him for sure. And like I say, hats off to them guys. I'm glad to see Hendrick get another championship back there. But proud of Chase. Chase, I think a lot of Chase. I think Chase is a good driver. I've seen him run other things, and like I've said earlier in the year, road course racing. To me, that shows
He's
talent.
a wheel man. I'm telling you.
So, and you know, is what it is. A lot of people say he's the golden boy for NASCAR, or whatever. They
Well,
say
he's the
what
most
they want.
popular driver, but I mean,
it ain't his fault. I mean,
no.
I promise you, he didn't go out there and shake hands to a million
Well,
fans. He just
No, and my thing is in my opinion, he don't have the personality for a most popular
he's
driver.
not. He's just like a laid back, whatever. He could care less, kind of, sort of feels like. But I mean, he's just a cool dude, and I just like his ability.
Oh yeah, so.
I've liked it ever since back when he was running late models and stuff, and I knew back then, and Derek will know. Derek will tell you how hard it is to go win a snowball derby.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the best of the absolute best, period. And to me, I think it's a whole lot harder to go win one of those super late model races than it is to win a cup race, because it's unreal, the talent and the I guess the room for being able to cheat a little bit here and there. It's a whole lot harder to find probably in a super late model than it is a cup car.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But to go out there and do it, he's done two of them, I think. So, pretty cool. But anyway, glad to see that. Jimmy Johnson's last race had a good showing. Finished fifth.
Finished top 5. He only had what? It was only a handful of top 5s this year.
Yeah, it wasn't many. He didn't have a good year this year, and you know, it wasn't an ideal year to go out on, really, because of all the stuff, and no practice, no qualifying, no whatever. And I kind of hate this was his last year, really, because I'd love to see him made the chase. And if he hadn't had that negative or false negative or false positive, whatever they call it,
Whatever it was,
he would have made it to the chase. Now, how far he would have went, or to the playoffs, how far he would have went in the playoffs, I don't know. But
yeah, if he would have ran like he
pretty
much like he ran, it wouldn't have been too far.
No, it wouldn't have been. But anyway, pretty cool.
But he didn't have anything else to prove. I mean, this dude has won 7 championships. Once you win 7 championships, I mean, to me, once you win about 3 or 4, you literally have nothing else to prove in NASCAR.
No, especially in this time, this era, it's so much harder to win a championship nowadays than it was back in the 80s and stuff, I think. But anyway, really cool. Glad to see it. Brad Keselowski finished second, Joey third, and Denny Hamlin fourth, I believe.
Was that it?
So I think that's the way they finished in points.
I wonder what happened with Denny. I mean,
He just fell off, man.
I mean, I don't. I mean, it was Joe Gibbs as a whole too. It was like they were, it was kind of Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, just back and forth all year long, and they just, I don't know. All of a sudden, here in the playoffs, in the last, I don't know, I'd say 5 to 6 races,
a handful of races, yeah.
Denny just fell off.
It did, and I mean, I listened to Kevin Harvick some a little bit, and they were horrible too. Well, I say horrible. I mean, they were back 8th, 9th, 10th. I kind of glad he didn't make it to the Final Four.
Oh yeah,
run like that.
Yeah, I agree. But you only.
I know it's weird.
I'm not making any speculations, so don't. I mean, I'm not going that route. But how is it year in and year out, and it's been like this since they started the playoffs, that almost every time, unless there is some wreck in the race, and it's happened a couple times, but not many, how is it that the top 4 cars in the race are the the playoff. I mean, the last four is in it.
Well,
I mean, I know they should be the best ones out there, but that just don't happen like that. I mean, not just organically. It doesn't seem like.
No, and you know, honestly, I think I haven't been in a driver's meet, of course, but I think during the driver's meet they kind of tell them, look here, you know, everybody kind of y'all let these boys go at it and run for the championship. But you know, and I mean, that being the case, okay, we saw it pretty much all day. You know, they get up right there to Denny Hamlin, and it seems like he just let them back go. You know, Alex Bowman was right there a lot, and he just let them go. It seemed like, I don't know. It just, I hate to see that, but I think that's kind of the case.
Too.
And I think
I'm honestly ready for a race, the championship race, for somebody else to win. You know, that's not in it. I mean, because it should happen. It should be happen. It should have happened by this point.
Oh, it definitely should have happened, but I don't think it will. Not the way it's going. I don't think they'll allow it. Really,
it's weird. It's very weird. But I mean, regardless, congratulations to Chase Elliott, the 2020 championship.
Yep, absolutely.
The
also,
oddest year of NASCAR ever.
Yeah, definitely.
You won
for
that
sure.
championship.
yeah, won't never forget that. So that is cool for sure. Also, Austin Cindric.
Yep.
Xfinity series there. Kind of jumped off, took a chance. Green light checker.
Oh yeah, definitely so.
Went in, took tires. Everybody else stayed out. Justin Allgaier sitting up pretty much.
Well, he was, but what is Noah Gregson's deal?
I just think he wants to just go out there and try to win. He reminds me of Ross Chastain, but Ross is a little more calm. I think.
I'm not disagreeing, but dude, I mean, you got to look at the big picture sometimes.
I know.
If you want your longevity in the sport, you gotta look at the big picture sometimes.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking. Obviously, nobody cares because ain't nobody said a damn word to him about it because he's done it all season, and they don't seem to care. He's running. He's doing the best he can for his sponsors, for his team, putting them as far forward as they can put them. And I guess he don't care who's beside him or in front of him. He's going to do what he can to try to go win it. So I don't know. That kind of goes back to what NASCAR say.
The 100% rule.
Right. Give it all you got. Then you turn around on Sunday and you look, and there's nobody but the four playoff guys up front. So, right. I wish kind of Noah wouldn't run his teammates as hard as he does, honestly. But at the same time,
he didn't help Justin at all.
No, he didn't, and he hadn't all year. But in the same hand, he don't care who's out there, Bo. He's running for his team and his car, his well-being, not his teammates. Now, is that the right way to look at it? Probably not. But he's still got to ride. He got signed again for next year. So
for 1 year.
obviously they ain't too mad about it. But I don't know, man. I really wanted Justin to get that win. He needs him a championship for sure.
Justin has got to, and I've been saying this for years. Me and you've talked about it for years. We've said it on here even, I think. Justin's got to be more aggressive on the track.
Yeah, he definitely does.
He doesn't get. He reminds me so much of Mark Martin.
Oh yeah, but Mark Martin was at the winning end of the stick, not the
most of the
end,
time.
Most of the time. So, but I don't know, man. It's just he's an easygoing driver. When we talked to him before, saw him over there.
Yeah.
He's just a cool dude. He don't get riled up. Seems like ever.
Except when AJ Allman dinger.
Yeah, and then AJ owns up to his own, whatever. But I don't know. But I think that's what it's going to come down to for him is he's going to have to get a little more aggressive, in order to win that championship. I really do believe that. But I think he was setting up regardless. I don't really care who was in there or what was the situation. Tires is unreal there at Phoenix. And I think as soon as they saw Austin pull in, I think he knew they didn't have nothing for him.
Yeah, I don't know. And what about the spin by Chase Briscoe?
Dude, I think he was trying too hard all race. Honestly,
his car sucked all race, most of it.
Well,
he was all right for a while. It's like track changes.
He hit the
on
wall.
Him. Yeah,
he hit the wall there coming off of whatever that corner is now. I don't know, 4 maybe. I don't know, but I don't think it upset the car that much, but it just seemed like he just kind of slowly fell backwards all race and couldn't ever really figure it out. But going to Sunday, I didn't see Stuart Haas' car run well either.
No,
on Sunday, so I don't know, something caught them off guard and they weren't prepared like they should have been, and I hate that too because he's pretty much dominated all year, which between him and Austin Center, but man, he was just trying too hard right there at the end and had a slow spin.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope it was just him pushing too hard and spun out on accident.
I think that's what it was.
I mean, because in all honesty, other than just catching back up to the field, what did he have to gain? I mean, I don't know.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think he didn't have a chance at that point.
No.
Getting up there, but I don't know what it was. Who knows? But truck race, I didn't get to see any of that. What happened with truck race?
Well, I saw some highlights from there, and it wasn't necessarily a ridiculous truck race or whatever, but that final restart was insane. Well, Sheldon Creed was the only one who had tires left.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So he knew who was going to win that
so
race.
He drove. He come from I don't remember, 12th, something like that. Put it on the apron, pretty much around the track, and just drove past everybody like they were sitting still.
Dude, like I said, tires are insane there.
Well, they're insane there. Yes, they are insane there. But I'm gonna tell you, I wish, and they don't talk about it no more because I think this issue. I'm tired of the traction compound on racetracks.
Yeah, and I mean, really, we used to always see them boys run up under the apron. Not as far as they run now,
right?
But they ran under the apron or on the apron.
I don't know. I remember Harvick coming off it used to be 4.
Yeah.
Sometimes looking like he's about to hit pit road wall. That was the fast line around there. And, it kind of migrated back there Sunday a little bit because I think the jelly is whoever calls it, whatever you want to call it, VHT, whatever. It was, I think it was kind of pretty much about gone by Sunday. But I don't like it. I don't. I know they try to utilize that for multiple groove racetracks or to enable multiple groove racetracks, but it don't. Well, my problem is with it at Phoenix has already been a multiple groove racetrack.
Well, it has been to an extent, but the thing about it to me that I don't like is it takes away the bump and run. It takes away racing. It takes away doing what you got to do to get around somebody. I mean, I'm not saying go in there and dump them, but watching Chase, prime example. Watching Chase Sunday with Joey Logano.
Oh, yeah.
He was dead on his bumper going in the corner. And what did he do? He just pushed him in the corner a little bit.
Yep.
He didn't wreck him. He just upset his entry.
Yep.
He just upset his entry. Made him drive a little bit too hard in, which naturally, what's that do? Wash you at the racetrack. Well, okay, fine. Joey, do the same thing in return, but he couldn't catch him.
Right. I mean,
but to me, that makes more racing versus.
That's not dirty racing. That's just racing.
That's racing. That's what it's all about. And with this sticky stuff or whatever, I don't know. I think it upsets the tracks. It upsets what the track's known for. It ain't there no more.
No, it's definitely not.
And I wish they would figure that out, get rid of it. Or
Texas is one of the worst anymore.
Oh, absolutely.
That used to be a great track to watch and and there was multiple grooves and everything. Well, they went back and reconfigured, and all of a sudden, this groove is dead in the bottom of the track.
Right.
And they keep putting VHT on it, trying to move. It's never moving.
Ain't gonna do it, but
No, but I don't know. I'm hoping one day that'll come to an end.
well, we'll see what happens. Who knows? Probably not. It's probably gonna get worse before it gets better. But anyway, like we said, Sheldon Creed.
Sheldon Creed, dude was
Congrats.
which I mean, yes, he had extra set tires. I mean, that's strategy you play in these races. But I say extra set. It wasn't extra set. He just saved a set of tires,
Right.
Because they gambled on there being a late race caution, and it paid off.
Well, I tell you what, I like Sheldon Creed, and one reason why I like Sheldon Creed is I didn't know it, but he drives those stadium truck things for Robbie Gordon.
That dude's insane.
What are those things called? They're not stadium trucks, I guess, because they're outside. They run like road courses and stuff with jumps.
They are stadium trucks, but I don't know what they actually. I can't remember anymore.
I don't know, but any of y'all listening, y'all go look him up. Sheldon Creed running stadium trucks. I think he won the points championship in that this year.
He won some. I know
he
won some races.
The dude's freaking ridiculous, and those trucks are crazy. But he's got incredible car control. Watching him in those trucks, especially, but
he definitely does. And I'm gonna tell you what. And I guess probably from that is he's a fairly clean driver. You don't see him going out there and just dumping people. Because I'm gonna tell you, the truck series has gotten to where it used to be. I mean, there was always beating and banging in truck series, just because. Well, because it wasn't so much aerodynamic in the truck. Now it's more aerodynamic, but now they're just driving in the corner dumping everybody.
Well, there's one main dude that I've seen doing that all the time.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and it's always him, and it's always the same people. But you know, I agree with that. I mean, that's what it's turned into. But anyway, pretty cool season. They made it. I didn't think they would. But they made all the races. They made it happen. I don't know
how they got it all in.
But, you know, one thing I will kind of say is the coverage this year, TV-wise, wasn't the best. And I know this
it seemed like Fox, in my opinion, Fox seemed to do great. I mean, with the hand they were dealt, because they had nobody. Well, the first few races they did, they had fans at, Daytona, California, whatever else was out there. First Phoenix, I guess.
That might have been the last one. I don't know, but regardless, they did better than the latter part of the year.
NBC, I was not impressed this year.
Well, I don't think it was the coverage. I mean, yeah, the commentating and the calling of the race was fine, in my opinion. What I didn't like was the rush at the end of a race. Rush to rush off of network, not being able to interview and not being able to talk to these guys,
or doing like they did at Talladega and Texas and everywhere else, and in the last
moved the race
on a green white checker.
Yeah,
we got 3 laps. We got 2 laps to go. We're moving in.
Tune in to NBC Sports. What? I'm watching on NBC at my mama's house. She don't have NBC Sports, so guess what? I can't watch the damn race.
That's ridiculous.
And then you got to go to CNBC and watch it or whatever. I mean,
we had to go off for local news. No, you didn't.
No,
you
crazy.
Didn't.
So that I don't like, and I hope they can work on that next year. A lot of people complained about that, but
dude, I'm gonna tell you, in my opinion, I mean, they talked about Jimmy Johnson a little bit just because he was in the top 5 this week.
They didn't show,
but what coverage they should have gave him, what coverage he deserved to get.
Well, I mean,
no, nowhere close.
They didn't take the cameras off the top 4 the whole freaking race.
No, I'm pretty sure I saw Chase Elliott the entire time.
I mean, they did not take the cameras off.
I never did not see him.
That is ridiculous to me. I mean, there is.
Well, that's my thing. Is all right. And this is what I hate about playoffs, the word playoffs and the setup of it. Because playoffs pretty much says once you're eliminated, you're out. Well, guess what? In NASCAR or in racing, you're not. Everybody's still on the track.
Well,
so those guys, even if they didn't make it in, they're still racing. Racing. They deserve the coverage everybody else does.
Well, they honestly they should have taken everybody else out. They could have left them in.
That's
Charlotte
what I'm saying. If you want to do that,
and put those 4 in their race.
Yeah.
What did it change?
Nothing.
They didn't cover anybody else.
Oh,
Nobody spun out that I saw. There was not one caution in the race that I saw other than stage caution, maybe one, I don't know, but there was nothing. They started up front, minus Chase.
Well, he was up there pretty quick,
and then they ran the whole entire race 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing else. Didn't show nothing else. Nothing. I wish they could work on that a little bit. I mean, treat it as a normal race to me. I mean, yeah, okay, it's exciting.
That's what it is, but I mean, it's the final race of the year, but it is a normal race. It is a 500-mile race, I guess it was.
Yeah, something.
400-mile race, I don't know, but regardless, it's a big race. Everybody out there. I mean, in my opinion, they did not give Jimmy Johnson the coverage he deserved. They did not give Clint Boyer the coverage he deserved.
No, at all.
And I think they probably just pissed off him because he's going to Fox. I don't know.
I don't know either. Well, I don't think they just didn't care, man.
That's what it seems like.
Let's focus on these 4. That was their goal, and that's what they did.
They did not give Matt Kenseth the coverage he deserved, in my opinion. Now, who knows with Matt? He says he's leaving, but
he'll be back.
He'll be back. He's another Mark Martin too, you know. Well, I'm retiring. Well, I'm coming back. Yeah, I'm gonna drive this car for him for a little while.
Yeah. So, but anyway, that was what I got to say about that. It is what it is.
That's all I got to say about that.
It's just, I don't know. We'll see what happens next year. Maybe back to normal.
God, I hope so.
They're testing the next gen car at Charlotte, I think, this week, if they can, weather permitting. Mark Truex is in
and Kurt Busch, both.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with them. See what they can make happen with the car.
Yeah, I feel like 2021 kind of going to be I don't know, I guess you kind of call it a lame duck year for almost everybody. Because it's going to be, that car is just going to be the same. So, who knows how it's going to look. Because they say they're not developing any more parts or pieces for this car, I guess. So,
well, one thing's for sure. Between this year and definitely by the end of next year, the used parts department at SRI is going to be packed.
Definitely so.
I reckon they're going to use them for ARCA cars or something now. I don't know.
Who knows? I mean, that'd be the smart thing to do. Sell off some chassis to the ARCA series. But I'm going to tell you something. SRI Performance's used parts department there is second to none. Because I'm going to tell you what, when we went on our tour of the compound, as I like to call it up there, because it's a big old place, I found some stuff in there I wanted myself. I mean, there was complete carbon fiber dashes for cars in there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. They got everything.
I mean,
everything. I like the digital dash.
I do like digital dash, but I don't think I need that in a dirt car.
Probably not.
Which I don't think I can afford it either. So, you know.
Probably not.
I'll have to go with old standard gauges myself. Probably so. But no, they seriously got it. We saw everything from used pit boxes to, like I said, carbon fiber dashes. There was all kinds of carbon fiber pieces that you could really incorporate on most late models, and if you're especially like this mass street stock series, those guys like to keep them cars light as they can. There was a ton of used carbon fiber out of cup cars that looked like it'd been used one race that you could easily mount in your car, take away a lot of weight and everything else.
Yeah, absolutely. It's everything. I mean, they got scales there. They got used pit boxes, late model guys, whatever. Asphalt late model guys, whatever. Xfinity teams, whatever. Go there and get all your stuff. Scales, pit boxes, Bridgeport meals, whatever. They got everything. They got it all.
I thought Sterling was going to come out of there with a shopping cart when we were up there.
I wanted one. I sure did.
Thought he was going to buy something for the shop there.
I sure wanted something, that's for sure. But man, it's a really cool place. Again, like I say, check them out. They're everywhere. They follow the Cup Series. I guess they're probably glad this season's over with. They just left Phoenix, but they have a complete parts trailer, huge parts trailer there at every NASCAR event every weekend. Travel. Like I said, they were there this past week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. Charlotte. They were probably there this past week.
Yep.
At the last call. They're everywhere.
They drag the parts trailer every week, pretty much down to Cherokee.
They're there for all race fans, for anything you might need. Racers, whatever race fans too.
Yeah, there's stuff in there for race fans.
Yeah, but definitely check them out. If you see them, go by and say hello. Tell them we sent you. And no matter if you're at the racetrack or you online or whatever else, don't forget the old promo code.
That's right. Check it out there. It is CBone10. Enter at time of checkout, and that is C as in
chicken.
BONE 10. Get yourself 10% off of a few more things. Get you an even better deal than you already got. I mean, how much more can you ask for? I mean, come on, people.
Exactly.
Also, go check out, while you're at SRI, definitely always check out, if you need springs for your car, whatever you need. Like we said, they build for custom orders, but I don't think there's any more custom they could do because they've already got every spring known to man.
Got it all.
And you can go online at www.sriperformance.com and check out all their PDF sheets on every spring that they got, period. And like I said, if you need to custom order something, give them a call, tell them exactly what you need, and they can make it happen.
Yeah, definitely. Don't forget, go in the showroom. They got all your SRI supplies there. They got everything you need there. Duct tape. Good God almighty, duct tape. Plenty of that. Plenty of supplies. Plenty of PPE equipment. All of that. Anything you need for dirt racing, asphalt racing, drag racing. They got it all in that
Soapbox
showroom.
derby racing.
Anything. Go check it out. Go walk around. Tell them who you'll see. I think Denny Hamlin was in there last week, actually. So you walk in there. Check it out.
It's crazy that people just pop in SRI because everybody needs something from there all the time. So it's really cool. Really, really, really cool. I'm ready to get back up there and hang out with them some more. And as always, guys, we know you're going to be rebuilding these cars over the wintertime. It's crazy to be talking about it's already getting close to wintertime and having off season, but that, there ain't a whole lot of off season around here, but we know you're going to be rebuilding these cars, and you're going to need some sheet metal and everything else for it. So make sure you go over to Stock Car Steel and Aluminum and get you some new sides there, get you new whatever you need for your car. They can hook you up.
Absolutely.
So check them out also at www.stockcarsteel.com. And as always, remember, SRI is your one-stop shop for all things racing.
Yes, sir.
Cool deal. Well, all right. Now,
man, had another wide open week of racing, especially when you start on Wednesday.
Did they stop before that?
I don't know that they did, really, to be honest with you.
I don't know.
But I mean, it started out Wednesday. Luckily enough, we was able to watch it, and we talked about some last week on the show as we were watching some qualifying and all that, and so on and all that. But anyway,
talking about the last call up at Charlotte.
Yep.
Track.
So there's a lot going on up there. The late models were Wednesday and Thursday, and the sprint cars come in for Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
Had a heck of a show going on up there.
Dude, it was insane. It was but it was different. It was really cool, but it was different. The track, in my opinion, they put new dirt on it. I don't know. It didn't seem to do exactly what it's always done, where it typically moves out to the wall. And they were kind of in the bottom the whole race.
Yeah, I don't know. It was totally different. And, even the week before when we went up there for the whatever it's called, the dirt track. The
World Short Track Championship.
Yeah, that. Track was a fit on Friday. Had major issues in it, big holes, whatever. Had a lot of work to do on it there. So I don't know if they added dirt then or over that week after that, or it's been something that they've been doing before that happened. But anyway, been a lot of changes in that track, seemed like the past couple of weeks. And I don't know, man. They were fighting. They were chasing it for sure.
Definitely so. And that just actually reminded me, I want to make a quick correction from something I said in the show last week in one of our interviews that we had real fast, since we're talking about up there the World Short Track Championship. Derek McGrew that we talked to at the track, I said he was 15 years old. This dude is 13 years old.
13. He looks like he's 18.
Yeah.
But he's 13.
Yeah,
he's bigger than me.
He going down there. I think they are starting sometime real soon down in Louisiana racing that big block modified. So we're gonna hear from him soon.
Yeah, we got to get him on here and let him tell us about the old running down in the South for sure. I'd like to hear about that. And really cool guys. So
definitely so. I want to make that correction real fast.
Freaking cool, man. 13 years old is unbelievable.
Yeah, definitely so. But anyway, get back to Charlotte, the dirt track at Charlotte, as they call it.
Well, we started off last Wednesday, like we said. Kyle Larson set track record.
The first time.
Got out there. Didn't fire off well. Never a whole lot of good going on. And from what I understood, blew a motor.
Yeah, something went sour in the motor there. Which I think they've been running that motor pretty hard. I mean, I think every time he's been in the car, that's been the same motor's been in the car.
Yeah.
So, and it's not many races, but, he's been running hard.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of learning with it. So yeah, they messed up the motor. I don't know what exactly happened to it. They said and put on social media that it blew. But they had it back up and ready for Thursday night. Yeah,
they were able to run Thursday, which was good. But he did not make it to Millbridge to be able to run the
yeah, it messed up his whole night, though.
Yeah, that classic race, whatever it was called then. But
the Keith Coons Classic.
Yeah, couldn't make it to that. But anyway, old Brandon Overton, man. Good God Almighty.
Big sexy.
He dominated Wednesday night. He was strong, but he come up from, I think he started 6th or something, I don't know. But he was rolling.
Definitely so.
Rolling.
And it's been like that all year for him, man. I mean, he's been strong everywhere he goes.
Yeah, he has been. He has done well for sure. So good to see that. Definitely like pulling for him for sure. So anyway, so Thursday night, Kyle Larson breaks his own track record by about 2/10, I believe.
Yeah. Well, and I guess I would say that's due to two things. One, well, not just talking about Kyle Larson, would have been for anybody, but Kyle Larson's fast. Boy can drive. He's good. He knows what he's doing in the car. I don't care what kind of car you put him in. He knows what he's doing. But they put new dirt on the track, so that's one thing. Second thing is there was less cars on that track than there has ever been when the late models went to qualifying. The track was still sticky and fast.
Yeah, there was a lot of things that played into that for sure. But watching him in the heats and all, he just did not fire off. It's not like the whole weekend. And I think the first night he even said something. I think they were going to change gear or something, see if they could help that firing off some. But he just did not fire off. He would lose 2 or 3, 4 spots on every restart. And especially the first night when there was a caution every 4 laps.
Yeah, that hurt him big time. It was like the longer the run went on, he was good. But if there was a bunch of restarts and it was... But I'm going to tell you what, that daggone track, both nights really, but the first night, insanely was chewing up tires.
Well, it was, and I don't know if everybody kind of anticipated running a soft tire on the first night, because it definitely tore up more tires on the first night.
Yeah.
A lot of people I think, ran softs, and they made that change for Thursday, because I think it did help.
Yeah.
There wasn't quite as many, so but yeah, it was definitely chewing them up and blowing them. I mean,
oh yeah,
it was just
tires.
eating them up, whatever. I mean, it just, so I don't know, but hopefully they can get that worked out. As the weekend progressed, it got worse, seemed like, but hopefully they can get that track where it needs to be and run it more. I like to see more events there. You know, I don't know why they can't run a.
Well, just like the World Short Track Championship, why can't you have a couple of those or events a year?
Well, you know, at least run a regular World of Outlaw event there, and run a regular Lucas Oil event there. Why not? It's there.
I don't know.
You know, run it. But anyway, it is what it is. Another guy that seems to always win when it's important to win showed up for Thursday night.
Yeah, definitely so. They
T-Mac.
It was a crazy couple nights in my opinion. But yeah, T-Mac Tim McCready has come on at every big race almost, it seems like, this year that he has needed to.
Yeah, definitely. For sure. And, you know, like I said, he always seems to be there when it counts. Well, him and Brandon Overton really this year.
Or if not, then Brandon Shepherd wins.
Brandon Shepherd definitely has been showing
every
up.
Every time there's $100,000 check to hand out, Brandon Shepherd's like, I'll take it.
He's there. I got it.
I got this.
He has won a pile of money this year. He's done very well, and he deserves it. He really does.
Yeah, he definitely does, and that was cool. But that was pretty good racing. I mean, our boy, our Fergie, Chris Ferguson, he run good. Our other buddy, Kyle Strickler, he was running good. They didn't have stellar nights by no means, but
well, I was glad to see old Ricky Weiss run well, and he freaking dominated the whole race, and he lost it there on a restart and couldn't get it back. But man, I was hoping he would pull that win off at the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely. So he's been so close on so many, which I mean I think he got a win or two, but he's been so close. He has run second so many times this year. Know he's getting with it.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna make some moves and some updates or whatever this off season. And
I don't know. There's rumors about some off season changes for him, but I ain't gonna speculate on it till I see it.
Yeah, we don't never know what's gonna happen, but like to see Ricky do well. He's one of those guys to get out there and bust his butt and
dude works hard. I mean, that's
he does. He helps everybody out as much as he can, and I want to see him do well for sure. So anyway, you know, that was cool. But hey, we couldn't be up there for that. Hopefully next year we're going to plan for sure to be there at the World Finals. That will be as normal, I hope.
Cross our fingers
for sure. But
everything else for a whole year now to make sure it keeps happening.
But it was pretty neat. But the other thing that was really cool is local tracks to us. Old Lancaster and Carolina Speedway scheduled some ultimate super late model events kind of around the last call, I think, to be able to help some people be able to, you know, make an effort to run for some money that was already made the trip to come down here. And we got somebody on the line that knows a little bit about that weekend.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a little treat on here tonight. We got on the phone, coming off a couple big wins this past weekend, Hells Bells, Mr. Ross Bells. What's going on, Ross?
Oh, not too much. How are y'all?
Doing good, buddy. Doing good. So, man, I tell you what, it looked like you had a pretty good weekend.
Yeah, we had a good week. Made both shows at Charlotte, and then drove to Lancaster and picked up the win, and then went on to Carolina and got it too.
That's awesome, man. Well, we'll definitely get into all that. I want to go back with you before we really start all that, and kind of get a little bit of history about Ross Bales. More or less, where did you get your start in racing? How'd you start out?
I started out over at Cherokee Speedway back in like 2004, I think. My dad used to race limited sportsman, which is like the Monte Carlos and stuff, and so he got me a 4-cylinder, and that's where I got started.
Sweet. That's a big old track on a 4-cylinder. we went up there and watched the what was that? A couple months ago, I guess.
World Outlaw.
The World of Outlaw race up in Lancaster. Yeah. Ross, where you set fast time up there, and we were able to put the truck down in 3 and 4, sat in the infield, and that was that's a pretty sweet track. I love Lancaster for sure.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest tracks around, really.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely so. Definitely so, man. Well, let's go back over you just real quick. Your year before, we got to see you, like I said, up there in Lancaster, and you set fast time up there. And man, I'm gonna tell you what, it's looked like you've had a pretty fast car all year long.
Yeah, we've been really quick. We've got a lot of fast time awards. We don't have the wins to match them, which, I mean, a lot of it's been bad luck, flat tires, stuff like that. And then some of it's been some bad tire calls on my part. But we've been fast all year, just haven't had the wins to show for it until here lately. But, we're starting to click them off, and we're keeping at it. And hopefully we can knock off a few more before the year's up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, we actually went up to the Dirt Track World Championship up in Portsmouth, and we were kind of messing around over there at Scales. A buddy of ours had some Legends cars over there, and they were going to run the little Legends car deal that Friday night, and saw you showed up over there and unloaded. We wanted to talk to you then, but David and myself, we said, we'll just get him. We'll go over there and talk with him Saturday, and went back over there, and he was gone. I said, well. We ain't going to talk with him. But so you headed back to Sumter, which is right here from about, 45 minutes from us here in Florence. So put on a show over there, too.
Yeah, we went up there to Portsmouth, and we weren't really that bad. We qualified, I think, like 11th out of our group, and started 3rd or 4th. And, I lost a spot on the start, and then I lost one more in the heat race, so I ended up finishing 5th or 6th, I think, and that put me starting about the 3rd row in the heat and the B main.
Yeah,
they were only taking 2, and I had like Jimmy Owens and some heavy hitters in front of me, so I kind of saw right then our chances of making money there were going to be slim to none. So
right,
we drove on down to Sumter, and they had a good payout. So we were going to go give it a try, see how we did, and luckily we were able to pick up the win there too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of Portsmouth, that track, we talked with quite a few guys, and that track was tough to figure out. It seemed like the whole weekend, but I think that had a lot to do with a lot of guys kind of struggled trying to figure the track out. Period. So. I know Sumter, me and David both have said it, seems like they can prepare that track about better than any of them around. Sumter's always seemed like a pretty good surface. We've been over there. But so how did that race go, getting over here to Sumter?
Well, at Portsmouth, that was the first time I've seen that track. So
okay.
I was trying to get used to it, and it was slick. Well, that's how we qualified, and we were, like I said, we were decent. But then they went and reworked the track, so I saw 2 different tracks in one night.
Yeah.
But then at Sumter, that's also the first time I've been there too. And
really?
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was smooth. Didn't get rough or anything like that. There in the feature, it rubbered up a little bit, so it was kind of hard to pass, but I think they had a good turnout in the stands, and I'm pretty sure they're going to do it again next year.
Yeah, that's what we heard. And the Gibbons Memorial race there, that was the inaugural one, and that's all. They Slick and Ed both. They were big around this area for racing mainly. So that was really cool to see them put that on, and it was really cool to see you win it. Go down there and win it. So that was really awesome. Well, man, moving on from that, you went down. I know there's a few more races here and there, but I know you went down to. I saw you jump back in with the Crate Lake model down there at Jesus. Alltech, yeah. My bad.
The Powell Memorial, yeah. They had a big showing out for there. To tell you what, there was a pile of them jokers there.
Yeah, there was, and I know you had some issues, but what you think about the running all them crates?
I like them. They got a big race this weekend up at Bull. It would be nice to go to, but we just sold our crate car, so we won't be able to go to that. But yeah, I mean, anytime you can race for $20,000, I don't really care whether it's a crate motor or super or limited or whatever. That's a good payday.
That's exactly right. Right.
And it seemed like you had a fast car. We were watching it on Flow Racing, I believe it was, that night, and had a good car. You was rolling up through the field there, and broke. I don't remember what they said you broke, but what actually happened in the main?
The lift bar broke on it. But yeah, I mean we were fast there too. We just got bit by the bad luck again there. Our carburetor messed up in the heat race, so that put us starting in the back of the B main. We were able to race our way in, and then in that feature we were coming up through there, and then that happened. So just it wasn't our weekend, but
that's right.
Once again, we were fast.
Definitely so. And I mean that's my thing, and that's what I've told Sterling all year long. It seems like, I mean, it's like you look on the leaderboard. There's Ross Bales right there. I mean, he's coming. He's right there with them, and making a name. I mean, that's awesome to see, especially somebody finally we get to talk to, from right here in South Carolina, because there ain't too many of us around here.
No.
So it's cool to see that. But I want to go to Charlotte real quick. So, move on from that. Go to Charlotte. You had some good night. You look good. I mean, again. I mean, the car looked good. And so what you think about that up at Charlotte? The track was a little dusty. It looked like to us, but what do you think about it?
Yeah, they put some new dirt on it, and I mean, it was dusty, but I think it just takes time to get all the bugs worked out. But yeah, we were fast there too. I think we qualified 6th or 7th both nights, and the first night I was able to run second in the heat race, so that put me starting 7th. And I'm trying to think of what happened the first night. I think I ran hot.
Yeah, yep.
And then the second night we finished. Both nights I was in the heat race with Larson. Both nights, but the second night we were able to finish 3rd in the heat race, so we started like 11th, I think, and fell back a little bit, and then I got up on the top and started moving forward and got to 6th, and then on the restart somebody took me out, and that kind of, I went to the back, wasn't passing anybody, so I just went ahead and pulled it in.
Well, we was definitely watching. We were definitely watching, and we were watching you rolling up through there, and I think you got right in almost about the top 5, and had a little help getting turned on around there.
Yeah, I saw you go in there and tell him, give him a good little wave. Give him a good little wave when he came by.
Yeah.
I
wasn't too happy.
I don't know. I don't blame you at all.
I don't blame you a bit. Not in that big stage, and running so well, and the best of the best up there. Man, that's a bummer. I hate that. I hated to see that.
Yeah, definitely did.
Well, I had several people ask me if I flipped him off, but I was just throwing my hand up at him. I wasn't flipping him off. Guess maybe I should have.
Yeah.
If everybody thought it, I mean, might as well
own it up to it. But yeah, I don't know what was going on there. I hate that happen. I'd love to seen what you were able to do there with how much time was left in the race because you were running well.
Yeah, and real quick, I wanted to ask you. You was talking about just a second ago in both heats. You had to run against Larson, and everybody's talked about him. Moving over from obviously Cup, just running all the sprint car stuff, and now he come over and he's run a few late model races. And far as just running around him out there, how did it feel running around him? Did it seem like he kind of knew what he was doing out there? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we raced clean. Like on the first day, I got by him on the start, and then heck, he drove right by me on the top. And I'm like, go ahead. But then he actually what the reason I got by him the second time was he chose the bottom on a restart.
Okay.
And I mean, the way the track was, you don't really do that. Which I went and talked to the guy that Wesley Page. That was kind of I think he took the car to the track for him.
Right.
And I said, tell Larson, I said, thanks for the gift. And he said, I really don't think he knew that you could choose on the restart. So
really,
I think he thought you just had to automatically take the inside or something.
Wow.
I was pick the inside because that allowed me to get around him.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, in we watched some of Larson's stuff. Speaking of Larson, it's like he never fired off great. He always restarts were horrible for him, and I mean even bottom or top. But speaking of starting up front, and pretty much about every race we've seen you in, you've been able to qualify well and run great in your heats and start up front. And it seems like that is very, very important this year. It is crucial where you start. It's so hard to pass. Seems like this year, but I'm sure that's something that y'all had to work hard to be able to do because that's a tough feat for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's all about qualifying. These cars are so equal, and everybody can. Seems like all the drivers are good now, so it's a lot harder to pass. And then a lot of times the track. They're not suitable for two grooves, but occasionally you'll go to a place where it's just right and you can race all over it.
Definitely so. Well, after that, finally we get to move on to some real good stuff. You went to Lancaster, started fourth at Lancaster, and man took home that $5,000 there. And that was awesome to see there in the Ultimates.
Yep. Yeah, we had a good car that night. Michael Brown and Tyler Carpenter got out front there to begin with, and then they both had flats or had mishaps or whatever. And I was able to get in the lead, and then we just never looked back.
That's the name of the game. In order to finish first you must finish. So I mean, that's part of it in racing. So that's awesome to see, man. And we were pulling for you the whole night and watching, hoping that would happen. And then even better, turn around, go to Carolina, start on pole, and lead it flag to flag.
Yeah, I mean, like you said before, qualifying means everything, and we were able to set fast time and lead every lap.
That's freaking cool, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, I really thought, and Ross, you might can lean on this a little bit, but after we saw the last call deal, whatever's going to be at Charlotte for Wednesday or what was that Thursday night, then we saw everything scheduled up for Lancaster and Carolina. We all thought there was going to be a pile of the guys that was over there with you at Charlotte going to head over, but there wasn't as many as I anticipated going over there. But there still was a pile of competition there. Brandon Overton, there was a pile of them that showed up. So I like to see that. I love seeing the Carolina Clash and the Ultimate Series do well around here. So we can try to get those series growing a little bit around here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was the Ultimate that was, made the call on getting the race put on there. If it was Lancaster and Carolina that made the call on getting them there, but whoever it was, that was a good deal to give us somewhere to race.
Absolutely.
Right after that Wednesday and Thursday race. For us, it wasn't that big of a deal because
right there,
but they're all within an hour from my shop. So, but for the guys that were traveling to come to Charlotte, that was a good deal for them to give them another place to race.
Exactly. Yep.
Good deal, man. Well, I'm gonna tell you something, and I saw it on online today. The Dirt on Dirt driver rankings, man. This is really this is kind of the tail of the tape for me. Man, I saw where they moved you up 6 spots. You're now inside the top 25, coming in at 19th at the end of the year. Well, that's elite company, in my opinion. You make it inside that top 25. That means you're doing something, man. What you feel about that?
Yeah, it's a cool deal. Sometimes I feel like it's more of a popularity vote than performance.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you said, there's a lot of. There's some really good guys in that top 25, and we've been fortunate enough to be in it for the majority of the year. I think we slipped out there for a month or two or something like that, but we've been able to stay in it for most of the year.
That's awesome, man. It's really cool. Really cool to see that and see you doing it. Well, man, what else? You gonna do anything else the rest of the year?
Yeah, we're thinking about maybe going to MoDOT this Saturday with the Ultimate Series, and then next weekend will be Lancaster and Gaffney, and then we'll go to Cochran on Thanksgiving weekend.
Sweet.
And then after that we start the extreme dirt car series.
That's awesome. So no off season for Ross Bales at all.
He is running.
No. That's what I'm talking about. So y'all got any plans for next year? What you gonna do?
Yeah, as of right now, we're gonna plan on chasing the World of Outlaws rookie title, but
Sweet.
yeah, so we're looking forward to that. Hopefully, we can get everything lined up to do it.
Awesome deal, man. That's gonna be fun to watch. And I really think you might can run. I mean, I'm gonna tell you what, the way you've been running this year and just adding onto that more and more, you might be able to run for more than just rookie of the year.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I really believe it, man.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear
we're
that.
Obviously we're running for the championship, but we just want to be able to win the rookie and hopefully get us a good finish in the final point standing.
Definitely so. Well, cool deal, man. That is awesome, and I'm so glad to hear that, and glad we'll be able to watch you running on the big stage up there, hopefully weekly.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We look forward to seeing you. Hopefully, we can get to some of these races over the winter, for sure. Come up there and check you out a little bit and root you on for sure. But you never know. We might be in Volusia down at Speed Weeks. He'd be running with them boys down there. So that'll be sweet. Look forward to that for sure. And we really appreciate you coming on and taking a little time with us for sure, Ross.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me on.
Cool deal, buddy. Thank you. Well, there he was, folks. Clover, South Carolina's on Hells Bells, Ross Bales.
That's sweet, man. It's awesome. I love seeing it, being able to contend and run, not just in Ultimates, and I'm not giving any shade to Ultimate by any means. I mean, that's tough competition, but not only there, just going wherever and putting it up front. Like we said, qualifying is a major thing, and he seemed like he's always there, and he's putting it up front for these big events, and it's going to pay off for him big time soon. And I hope the World of Outlaw Tour goes well for him next year. Looking forward to that. And like you said, I think he's going to be able to do a little bit more than Rookie of the Year.
I think so. I see you. I'm gonna tell you, if he runs the whole year like he's run these races that we've seen him in, I could easily see him finishing in the top 5.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he can. I really think he can. I think he's on that level now, and it's like the longer he goes, the better he gets. So
definitely.
And I'm gonna tell you that, that kind of falls into something else. We've talked about before. You see these asphalt guys. It's young guys constantly that's winning, and once they're 30, 35, they're done anymore. But, I think Ross is 30 years old, I think. And he's coming on, going to run for Rookie of the Year, and he's kind of coming in his prime. It looks like.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't understand the difference. I mean, I don't know why it's different from dirt to asphalt like that.
I don't know either, man. I think there's a lot of differences in a lot of different ways, but I think one of the biggest things is it seems to me like, and maybe I'm wrong, but it seems to me like the asphalt short track series is kind of just a stepping stone to something bigger and better. So it seems like that you just have these guys come in and go at such a young age to try to move themselves up into these bigger ranks. And
Yeah.
I mean, there is some. I mean, Bubba Pollard. I mean, yeah, he's there and he's run.
Oh yeah,
There is a few, but
Stephen Nassie. I mean,
there's
Eric
some
Griffith for that matter.
right. Well, yeah, but I'm saying that there's some that want to stay in that rank, like would be the World of Outlaw Super Late Models or Lucas Oil Super Late Models. That's kind of the top tier in dirt, where is a super late model on asphalt is just a stepping stone to get into NASCAR. And a lot of these guys want to get to that point. So I think that's kind of the difference maybe, but who knows. But really cool, Ross. We really appreciate it, bud, for sure. We're going to be rooting you on there, and hope to see you soon. And some of these races around home over the winter, we're going to get up there and check you out for sure.
I think it's the first time we've actually had anybody on here, driver-wise, from South Carolina.
Yeah, definitely. We got to get old Trent on. Trent ran well,
we gotta get
too.
Trent over here on here.
Yeah, Trent ran well at Carolina. I think he finished third, maybe. I think it was.
Yeah, something like that. The other buddy, Fergie Time, Chris Ferguson, finally broke his string of bad luck he's been having here lately.
Yeah.
And,
Finished second, I think.
Finished second.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There, so.
But so anyway, that was really cool.
I think Clyde wants to come in.
Yeah, a little puppy wanting to come in.
He's knocking on the door.
He's knocking on the door, so we got it's locked, so he can't open it. He ain't figured that out yet. But no, that's really cool. So lot to look forward to in the off season for I say off season, the off season of World of Outlaws and Lucas as far as dirt goes.
I'm gonna tell you, and it seemed like there used to. I mean, there's always been races here and there, but they've kind of made dirt racing so it is a year-round thing now. Especially with
if you want to, you can continue.
Yeah, and I mean with series too. I mean this Dryden Extreme Series.
Yeah, that's a cool series. What, 8 races, I think?
Yeah,
something
I think
like that.
so. It's not terrible.
So I know Chris Madden won it last year in the Bloomquist car. Kind of wonder if he's gonna run it this year coming up. Kind of figure he probably would. Now we know Ross Bale's going to try to go run it. I'm pretty sure that Kyle Stricker's going to try to run it to kind of shake down the new car. Yep. Get used to that.
There's going to be some big hitters.
There's going to be some big heat in that series. It's growing a lot, so looking forward to that. We'll definitely try to follow that and get to some of those races around here.
It's like I guess you just start calling it the prelude to the year. I mean, not any certain season. I mean, but because we know Kyle Strickler's going to go run the Lucas Oil Tour. First time he's going to run a full tour. Ross going to go run World Outlaws Tour. So it's just kind of a prelude to all that.
Yep, getting ready for it. And we don't know. We're going to try to have Chris on here in the next couple of weeks. Chris Ferguson. And I don't know. Maybe he's got some things in the works to try to run something. We'll see.
I don't know. Hopefully we can get him on here and
talk
about it a little more.
We're going to definitely try to fill him out a little bit for sure. So, but that's cool. But anyway, another really cool thing, man, that I think a kind of a last race of the year, kind of see what happens, jump in there and go. Ashley Tackett, man. She goes and runs at Bush Creek in our buddy Cale Maben's legend car.
I think they should just start calling it Team 17.
I think so.
Team 17. I mean, that fits in my opinion.
It does. Goes out and gets her first win, man. That's freaking cool. In Kale's car. That's awesome.
It was so funny. I was picking at them online. I was like, so they pick at each other, calling themselves the Fast 17. Just playing around. It's super friendly. I mean, it's so awesome. So I picked with them, and so I'm just more confused on now who is the Fast 17. I mean, one Fast 17 got in the other Fast 17 car and won the race.
Exactly.
So was it the car or was it the driver?
It was both.
It was both. It was a combination.
It was definitely both. But from what Ashley said, she loved the car. Car ran well. But I tell you what, that's really cool. Glad to see that. Glad to see her get her first win.
Glad to see them Chicken Bone Alley decals in Victory Lane.
In Victory Lane. I'm telling you, it means something.
It works.
I'm telling you, it's happened many times.
Happened more times than not.
I'm telling you, it works. Everybody, y'all need to put them Chicken Bone Alley stickers on your cars because it works. But no, hats off to those guys and gals. It's pretty cool to have her on a couple weeks ago, whatever it was, and she go and win. So we'll have her on again, maybe over the off season. If we can get this whole iRacing deal going on, hopefully we are going to be able to. Hopefully she's going to be able to run with us along with many others, and we'll be able to talk to some of these guys during the week after some wins or some top fives or some whatever.
Definitely so. I know we ain't even talked about it. You want to go ahead and kind of give everybody a lowdown on here, kind of our.
Well, we can announce our races, and then we can put them out.
We don't have everything necessarily nailed down completely, but we're pretty daggone close.
Well, we're trying to get everything set in stone for sure, but we're going to run an 8-race season, starting, I believe, the 6th of December. Is that right?
Do Sunday evenings.
Yep, Sunday evenings. Not sure on times yet exactly, but try to do late afternoon, early evening. Deals. We're going to run a pretty quick practice. Not going to give a whole lot of people a whole lot of times. A lot of time to practice, but we're going to do that. We're going to run qualifying. We're going to run heats, I think, in every class or every race.
Yeah.
And depending on how many people we have signed up, we're going to start the whole field if we can. So we're pretty neat. But we're going to alternate dirt and asphalt these 4 races.
Real quick, and if y'all will help us, that'd be great. We'll put a little tag up in it on Facebook or on our social media anyway, because I think I'm hoping Checkered Racing social media app, Checkered Race Hub, there is going. They look like they're going to help us out on it some too. So we're going to put it up on all our social media. We need to come up with a name for this series.
Yeah, y'all help us out. Let's come up with it.
Come up with a cool name for this series.
I was trying to think like the Chicken Bucket Cup, but I don't think he liked my idea, so he's asking y'all.
Yeah, I'm asking y'all. I just feel like what was the movie?
Well, I like it because whoever wins the series, I'm gonna go to KFC and I'm gonna eat all the chicken and I'm gonna mail y'all the bucket, and that's gonna be the trophy.
There you go, and put a blue ribbon on the front of it.
I'm gonna put a blue ribbon and I'm gonna put a Chicken Bone Ice sticker on the side of it.
There it is. There it is. So anyway, let's go through the races real quick.
All right. Well, starting off, like I say, we're gonna start in dirt. We're gonna kind of work our way up from classes. So we're gonna start in legends. Dirt Legends is gonna be at Lanier. 50 laps.
And that will be December 6th.
December the 6th. We're gonna start that event then, and like I said, we're gonna try to hold that every Sunday until the end there. So that'll be the first race.
Then next week will be December 13th. What's that one?
We're gonna go to Asphalt Legends, running Langley Speedway, 100 laps in the Asphalt Legends, and we kind of wanted to run 100 laps at each event, but we kind of limited on dirt because you can't refuel. So and we really don't want to count caution laps if at all possible. And most of the events we're not going to have to, but anyway, on dirt it's going to be a little shorter races, but anyway, so Asphalt Legends is going to be at Langley, 100 laps on the 13th. December 13th. All right, what's up for the next week?
That'll be December 20th after that.
All right, December 20th, we're going back to dirt street stocks at Volusia, 50 laps. And keep in mind, guys, all these and girls, all these races are going to be fixed iRacing setups. The only thing we're going to do is go in and save a setup filling the tanks full of fuel. That's all we're going to do.
That's it.
All we're going to do. So keep that in mind. Naturally, if y'all want to go in and test these tracks prior to, y'all more welcome to do all you want. But we're going to set it up on dynamic weather, dynamic skies, all that. So the temperatures are going to change from race to race for sure.
Definitely so. What we got on December 27th?
December 27th, right after Christmas here. Hopefully everybody will be able to attend this race, I hope. Asphalt street stocks at Myrtle Beach. Going to run a 100-lap race there.
I think we'll call that the Myrtle Beach Memorial.
Yeah, why not?
100.
Because it's gone now, so we're gonna carry it on. But that'll be really cool. So definitely hope everybody can attend that race. And keep in mind, we're going to do points system. We're not paying money for each race win. We are paying points. So the best average finish throughout these 8 races is who's going to take home the money for first place points.
That's right. And then we move on back to dirt on January 3rd.
Yes, we're going to run the 360 sprints at Williams Grove.
This will be the shortest race we have.
This is going to be a short race. We got on there last night and actually was trying to test to see how we could run, how many laps we could run in each car with a full tank of fuel. And full tank of fuel in a 360 sprint, pushing it, every bit of it is 40 laps. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to run a 35-lap feature, and the caution laps, I don't know if we should count them or not, but we got to figure that out. So we kind of hadn't figured that dirt race out yet as far as caution laps, but we're going to be really pushing it to get 35 laps all in the green for sure. So we'll work logistics out of that as far as caution laps, and everybody will know that whole deal before race time. So all right, the next week is what?
January 10th.
January 10th, we are going to run the SK Modifieds at Nashville, the fairgrounds, 100 laps. Be a good race. Be a fun race for sure. Those cars are fun to run, and you can run too wide there.
Easy.
Yeah, you can run too wide there and have a good time, and so that'll be fun for sure. Next week be the 17th.
Right.
All right, we're gonna run the kind of finale, the dirt track finale. And what better place to put it at than the dirt track at Charlotte? So we're gonna run the Pro Late models, and we are able to run 100 laps there.
Yes.
That car, we can run 100 laps in that car with no problem. We are not going to count caution laps in that race. That's going to be 100 laps, green flag racing.
That's right.
So that's going to be a kind of a big deal for the dirt to finish up on. So that'll be pretty cool.
And the finale for the entire season, we will crown a champion on the 24th of January.
Well, that 24th race, that's going to be a big deal, and it's going to kind of resemble the Snowball Derby, kind of cut in half. We're going to run 150 laps at Five Flags, super late models there that night. So, not sure about caution laps in that race. We'll talk about that, I'm sure.
Yeah,
like I say, there's still more to come out for that, but we're gonna at least we got that out there so everybody can see that, and we'll put it out, and so everybody can kind of be prepared and whatever. But also the asphalt races, we have pretty much decided that we're going to only allow one set of tires, or one extra set of tires.
Yeah, you'll be able to change one set of tires.
Right, we're gonna allow one extra set. So everybody keep that in mind too when we're running these longer races. So
also another thing in there, go over. We're not gonna have many rules. Most of it's gonna go by iRacing rules. I know some of you guys on iRacing. They're like, "Oh, can I get a black flag cleared? Can I get a black flag cleared?" For the most part, unless something extreme happens, we're not even gonna be doing that.
No,
we're not giving back. We're not giving waiver rounds except for first car lap down. We'll get a waiver round.
We're gonna have a lucky dog rule available, even for dirt. The other thing too is cautions. we're gonna probably kind of watch cautions, because if it's a single car by himself spinning out, we're probably not gonna throw that caution.
Right.
Unless it's up in the middle of the field where it could cause major stuff. But it's going to be a ton of fun. Can't wait. Hope we get a good turnout. Hope a lot of people want to join. Hope everybody, we've run a lot of iRacing stuff, and there's a, much as I hate to say it, there's a bunch of whiners that come try to run iRacing stuff. There really is. We want to get on there and have a good time.
Yeah, and with that being said, there's a couple little rules. I don't know how many of y'all are, but if you got a pro license, you're not going to run this league.
No,
That's not happening.
We kind of want to run it from a D class to an A class. And there's probably going to be, we've seen it before with a league that offers money. There's a lot of good iRacing ringers that try to come run it, and that's just going to be what it is. And we're going to do the best we can to limit as much as we can, but it just is what it is. So my biggest thing is I want everybody to come on there and have fun. We're gonna cut fool, race each other clean, not try to win this race, any of these races on the first lap. Have a good time.
And I hate to be negative Nancy over here, but also one more rule that we're gonna have. We talked about this last night. You cause 3 cautions, you're out of that race. You're DQ'd on that race. So we're trying to limit down on stuff like that.
But we just
you guys that's in iRacing, y'all know how it is. That really want to race. Well,
we just want to have a good time. We want to race and make it more as realistic as we can and have fun. If I'm in the way and I'm don't need to be out there and being whatever, and I'm going to move out of the way. I'm going to let this person go, whatever. But we're going to run clean. I'm going to run everybody as clean as I can, and I hope everybody else does as well. But, just keep that in mind. We're not trying to make a fortune and everybody whatever in this race. We don't want to do that. We just want to have fun. And we're looking at probably a $10 entry fee. We're going to have some sponsors. Actually, Palmetto Machine and Fabrication is going to go in and throw some money in. So hopefully we're going to have 3 or 4 or 5, whatever sponsors, throw some money in for the purse. But we're going to ask probably everybody to enter $10 to enter, and that's going to go to the purse at the end of the season. Right. And we like to do that because it just, to me, it makes the guys and gals that get in this series take it a little more serious and not just whatever, go out there and just tear everybody's stuff up. We don't want to do that.
Definitely not. So be looking on our social media pages. We'll have very soon here. We will have all the sign up stuff and where to enter at and all that good jazz. So be ready, y'all guys. Get you if your iRacing rig ain't ready, be ready. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to run it or not. I may be officiating. I don't know.
Well, I hate that. I really do.
I've got to. I got to have. I ain't told y'all on here. I got to have shoulder surgery here in the next couple weeks, I think.
Yeah, so he's probably going to be out of the county anyway, so he'd be a good officiator for sure. So, but yeah, he's going to watch the full races, see what's going on, see if there's anything going on. No hard feelings to anybody. If you get DQ'd, come back next week and let's do it again. Don't worry about it.
Try it out. If you don't spend your $10, might as well get back in it. Go at it again. So we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. I think it's going to be a really fun series, and I think I've talked to a few guys. We might have a few surprise guests coming to race some races with you guys that y'all might really enjoy.
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody's going to like that for sure, and we don't know if they're going to run the whole season or not, but at least come in for a couple races would be pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely so.
More of that to come out soon once we get that set in stone. But like you said, just keep checking it, keep looking. We get everything set in stone. We'll get everything, sign up sheets, get ready to go, and we'll make this happen.
Definitely so. Cool. Well, what else we got?
Man, I don't know, Bo.
One thing, Timmonsville, right down the road here, Florence Motor Speedway. They got the first of 2 weekends in a row this Saturday of the Charlie Powell Memorial races. It's kind of taking place of the big 400 that used to be at Myrtle Beach. It's the I want to say the first weekend is the 250 or something like that. Then the second week's 400, I think it is.
I think that's right.
That sounds about right. Having limited late models the first week. I know one of these weeks here they got a pile of races. They even having the Mass Street Stock Series over there, and they got a bunch of races.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I'm trying to find the actual schedule to let you guys know. All right, November 13th and 14th. It is the 200. It's the Charlie Powell Memorial 250. Like you said, and there's limited late models, super trucks, and street stocks running the first week.
Cool. Hope to get a little more super trucks than they had.
Well, I think the last time they ran, there was quite a good many. The first time we went, there wasn't that many, but I think there was a lot showed up the last time. So
cool.
I think there will be for this race.
I hope street stock guys show up. I don't. That group is something else.
Well, they are. Hopefully they will. I'm sure they're going to pay some pretty good money. So.
They ran over at Dillon this past weekend, and they tore some stuff up. So hopefully they can get it all back together.
Yeah, hopefully so. There's a pile of stuff to work over there.
Jeff Sparks ended up on top of another car.
Yeah, there was a lot going on over there for sure. But so November 20th and 21st is the Charlie Powell 400 late model stocks, the smart modifieds, and the super late models will be over there. So if you in the area and can get over there, definitely go check them out. Like I said before, get there early. Go in the infield, back your truck up to the fence, and see a good show, man.
Definitely so. And also on the 21st, if you're more the dirt racing guy and you are in the Lancaster area, $10,000 to win at Lancaster in the Carolina Clash race.
Yeah, that's the last race of the season, right, for them?
Yes.
Yep. So that's going to be a big deal for sure.
I think so.
I'm going to try to get to one of them. I don't know which one it's going to be. You're going to be going to Disney World.
I'm going to be hanging out with Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, so that's cool. I'll try to see what I can do there, but might take a little chicken nugget. We might go to a racetrack somewhere. So
I think he's more popular than we are now.
I think so.
Which didn't take much, but you know.
No, it definitely did not at all. So but anyway, a lot of stuff coming up. Like you said, there's not really any off season. Hopefully next week gonna have our old buddy Derek Griffith back on. He's been real busy here lately, like we said. So
he's been absent too long.
He is getting ready for the big snowball. So kind of see how he's been doing the past couple weeks, what's been going on with him, and what he's doing to get ready for the snowball. It's been pretty cool.
Definitely so. And as always, guys, first of all, I'd like to thank Ross Bales again for coming on here, giving us some time, talking to us. As always, SRI Performance, Draco Spring, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Forward Bite, and Checkered Race Hub.
Absolutely.
Definitely thank them a lot. And also, we're going to have a new read coming up for it. Want to throw this in there real quick. RMAX Solutions. All you guys out there at these race shops, everything, you got cutting rigs or any Sterling will tell you probably more about it than I can.
Well, I mean, you know, they supply pretty much anything for the fabricating industry, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you name it, they can pretty much supply it or get it for you, set it up, machine wise, replacement parts wise. It doesn't matter. Definitely can help you out. So definitely need to get some more info on them and get it out there to you guys for sure.
Yeah, we just setting up some stuff with them, so we go figure I'd go ahead and throw it in here at the end of this episode. But so anyway, we'll have all that stuff straight for you here in the next coming weeks, and y'all be watching out for the iRacing League that we're gonna set up, and I think that's about it. It seems like racing's coming to an end, but I'm gonna tell you what, there's still a whole lot more to go.
Oh, it's just getting started, man.
Now it's time of year to go to track. Throw on the coat and go.
There you go.
So anyway, guys, we appreciate y'all listening to us as always, and hopefully we'll be back next week, same time, same place.
Later.